Hi everyone, my name is Audrey Chindia, and today we're going to be looking at the strategic choice, specifically the Ansoff matrix. As you all know from previous studies, developing and choosing the strategy of a business is vital, and it enables businesses to remain competitive and also to gain competitive advantage, which is what every business thrives for. The Ansoff matrix provides a framework that helps senior managers to decide on the strategy they want to go ahead with. The output from the matrix is a series of suggested growth strategies that set the direction for the business strategy. So the 4 strategies that we get from the matrix are what the senior managers will decide. They will choose one of them or 2 of them to go ahead with. Looking at the matrix in more detail, there are 2 axes. The first one has the products, which are both existing and new. Then we have the markets, which are existing and new. The best way to remember this, I find, is pen men. If you remember that for your exam, whenever you are asked about Ansoff or you want to use the Ansoff matrix, it's pen men. And the pen men basically stands for products existing new, markets existing new. And when you look at that matrix, what market penetration in brief is all about is just gaining market share. You're not doing anything different. You've got the same products, you've got the same market. All you're doing is trying to gain market share. Product development, as the name suggests, you are developing the product. Hence, it's a new product and an existing market. So it's product development. On the other hand, market development, an easy way to remember this is the element that is new, in which case the market. It's a new market, existing product. Therefore, the market is what you're developing. So it's market development. The market is the element that's new. So that's just one to remember. So where the product is new, it's product development. And where the market is new, it's market development. And then lastly, you've got diversification, which is completely, everything is new. Your products are new and your markets are new. So you're starting from scratch. We'll now look at each of these individual 4 elements in detail. The first one is market penetration. Basically, what this means is it's a less risky strategy that involves current products and existing markets. This strategy requires the use of marketing, promotions, different pricing policies that attract new clientele and existing clientele. A good example of this is John Lewis. Most of you might have seen the recent Christmas advert that John Lewis have put on. They've spent a lot of money on that, as well as their home insurance advert that they did a couple of months ago. They spent approximately 7 million on that, and all they're trying to do is their products are still the same, the market they're appealing to or trading in is still the same, but what they're trying to do is just penetrate the market, get a greater proportion of that market share by advertising, by making people aware of who they are. Another good example you'll see is around now that we're approaching Christmas, there's a lot of offers, a lot of half price offers in stores at weekends. For example, British Home Stores have a promotion every weekend, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to penetrate the market, attract as many people as possible, and that is market penetration. Next element of strategy is market development. And what market development is also referred to is market extension. And it's just extending the market segment that you are appealing to. And it's helping you to identify new clientele. The strategy assumes that the current market that you are operating in has been exploited. You have saturated the market. Therefore, you need to go out and you need to find new markets to to go into, even though your products are the same, you're taking the exact same products, but you're just going into a different location. A great example of this is those of you who are familiar with Guinness beer will know that Guinness originally was made to be sold in countries that have colder climates. But now Guinness has saturated this market, so they've now seen that the best option or the best strategy to now go ahead with in order to survive is to move to other markets such as Africa and appeal to the people there, even though they have diverted from their original idea of attracting people in colder climates. They have found it necessary in order to still gain market share and still gain clients. They found it necessary to move to a different market. So that's market development. Next one is product development. What product development essentially is you are developing new products. Your market is the same, but all you are doing, you are introducing constantly new products into the market. This can be in the form of completely new products or just modifications of existing products to keep attracting the same market. An example of this is phone manufacturers, for example, iPhone, Apple, who produce iPhones, and Samsung, who produce Galaxy phones and tablets. You'll notice, for example, with iPhone that they've started a couple of years ago with iPhone 4s, for example, and then an iPhone 4 went to an iPhone 4S, and then from a 4S it went to an iPhone 5, 5S. Now we're up to iPhone 6s, and you'll notice the same for iPads. There's started off with iPods, now with iPads, now with iPad Airs, and all that is they're still trying to appeal to the same market. However, the product is different. The product is modified, and it keeps customers satisfied, it keeps them loyal, it keeps them wanting to see what's going to come next. And it's a brilliant strategy because customers are constantly waiting and wanting to see what the next product on the market is. Finally, we have diversification. And what diversification is it's a high risk strategy, and as you can see, it requires new products and new markets. So you're going into unfamiliar territory, you're starting from scratch. Great example of this is Richard Branson. He has started with Virgin Atlantic, he now has Virgin Galactic, Virgin Media, Virgin Money, Virgin Trains, Virgin Wines, you name it. He's gone into various different markets and various different new products. And the reason for this is to avoid essentially putting all your eggs in one basket, minimizing your loss essentially. Because if, for example, Richard Branson, Virgin Atlantic isn't doing well, Virgin Media could be doing extremely well, and that has a netting off effect in terms of revenue and profit. And the same for Virgin Money. If Virgin Money was to collapse today, Richard Branson would be fine because he's got Virgin Atlantic and Virgin Media on the side. So that's the advantage of diversification. And even though it's high risk, there's also an element of high reward associated with this type of strategy. So overall, with this strategy, with this Ansoff model, we see the easiest way to remember this with your exams is to refer to it as pen men. Pen men. When it comes to your exam, if you're asked about Ansoff or you want to apply, just remember products existing new, markets existing and new. And in terms of actually applying this to your exam, the level you're at the moment will not ask you to merely describe. You'll have to put in a lot of application. You'll probably have to pick out a few strategies that a company could use in a scenario. So that's how you are going to use Ansoff. So if Ansoff comes up in your exam, just remember pen men, and application is vital.